player. But of course, he faces a new challenge in Tyroy. I'm not sure how often these two play each other, being that Chicago's a decent drive away from Nebraska, to say the least.
Skillager's traveling to Chicago has been limited of late, but he still put on quite the run today. And this Mennonite night was able to take out Driston, the #1 player in St. Louis. Also a Bayonetta main, also on the rise. So this Mennonite already has some excellent wins, although Tyroy, don't forget, has played his fair share of this puffball.
Oh, yes, himself as well as against other people. Tyroy, of course, one of the best traveled players in the Midwest here. I'm not talking about in-region. This guy's been to all the majors pretty recently. It's funny that you note that Skillager was, coming and crushing it in Chicago early on because Tyroy wasn't playing back then.
Yeah, it's an old school, new school sort of thing.
Yep.
A little dynamic going on here. Like the Zenotto Tyroy, but not nearly as much history in this matchup between the two because Skillager had not been to Chicago in quite some time as far as I'm aware. But they're trading combo for combo here in the opening blows of this game one. Tyroy knows how to avoid some of this Mennonite shenanigans, so to see him be laddered would be a surprise to me.
Just SDI. That's all you got to do. It's actually quite effective against Mennonites up air, though. You can go hard out, and it makes them harder to chase you with the continued sequence of the ladder. Both of these characters playing a very similar type of game plan. They want to get you in their ideal combo starter and take you off the top of the screen. We're going to see Tyroy with the chance to do it right there.
Wow, Mennonite lived at the top at 100.
Yeah, Bayo's up air doesn't send you too far vertically if you DI properly, so good eye there by Skillager to see exactly where he was going to have to hold the stick. Either way, Tyroy sniping him out. That back air, no mercy, coming back to the stage.
And now Tyroy feels confident. You see him already looking for these heel slides, and what are you going for?
The single hit.
We're all living.
Skillager fighting from a bit behind here, to say the least, and he just bets it all on that. Why? Why, man?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, I liked it. Yeah.
You're getting rolled a bit.
Yeah.
You recognize it. He's like, all right. If he had reversed it, maybe it would have worked out a little better, but I'm not entirely sure. May have just never been a connection there, and he was just fishing.
I might have been that. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He made it this far here, all the way to top 6, not just top 8. He won a set within the top 8.
Yeah, this has been a heck of a run for him.
Yeah. Let's see.
He was like the 20th seed, approximately, seeded to play in a Yeti, and he did.
And he lost, he lost a Yeti in quarters, so he's been having quite the success here in the losers bracket. And I really like just seeing somebody named Skillager not play Villager, right? I don't know. There's a certain magic to it.
He busted out the Villager in Game 5 of his set versus Atata in this top 8 already.
We saw that.
He was able to use it to clutch out. I mean, it's Villager Nest, so he perhaps for sticking to the Mennonite, another character can really bully that Villager, or I'm sorry, that Nest too. But Villager was what got the job done in the very final seconds of that game.
Yeah, of course, when you boil it down to raw matchup numbers, there's no question that you want to be Mennonite against Bayo instead of Villager. And even with the percents this high, Skillager's up B just not quite enough to finish Tyroy off. Another dash attack. Wow, just goes right into it. That was the early dash attack, too, so I don't believe that was a guaranteed combo. May have been, but it's, of course, more reliable to combo off the late hit.
But the pressure's still on here from Tyroy. He has not slowed down. This is a different Tyroy than the versus Zenotto set. You see him, he's really aggro. He's just forcing Mennonite to recover at certain angles and air dodge at perfect times.
You see some of that Mennonite knowledge there from Tyroy. He was ready to tech the drag down back air. I'm not going to trick this man with that. Oh, dangerous territory here, though, for Skillager. He knows an up tilt to up air and a lot of other things could claim his life here.
Which time has not been presented, by Tyroy yet in this set. We could see that happen at any moment.
Yeah, I'm calling this right now. Because Tyroy knows about Mennonite, oh, jeez.
He's going to blow up right there.
Yes. But in addition to that, Mennonite's up B. If you do it forward-facing and you're not super, super low, he'll come above the stage with the first loop. That's witch timeable. And hittable by a lot of things. But if Tyroy has the keen eye and he sees Skillager going for the forward-facing up B, he could just snipe that with a witch time and end the stock right there with either down smash or whatever he wants. There's ways around it. You could do the brawl show loop where you're facing outward and you grab the ledge immediately, or you could just dip really low and you'll grab it at the apex of the first loop. But we'll see if Skillager knows that. I mean, he's got Hot Dog Night in his region. I'd imagine they've met in very deep bracket many times in Nebraska, so not sure if he's going to be aware of that and hopefully times his recoveries properly.
I imagine this Mennonite started as like just a verse Bayo for that matchup. and then became something much more as he realized he was getting more and more comfortable with the character. But Tyroy looking very comfortable with this combo, except for the very final blow of it, which we have the avoidance on the part of Skillager.
Yeah, just going to pop right out, probably due to some SDI down, it looked like. Oh, Tyroy just has not seen, well, that was an exaggerated version of it, but relatively close to what I was talking about. Yeah, so Tyroy either mic'd up to us or he just knows.
We were mic'd into the crowd momentarily, but the players did not particularly care for it.
Oh, no, I relate for sure.
You have to commentate differently.
Yeah, right, when you know there's a live audience that isn't behind a computer screen. Either way, we're seeing Skillager slowly start to bring this one back. Of course, 50% when you're Meta Knight and you see that on your opponent, your eyes light up, especially if you've got the amount of rage Skillager's working with right now.
That's why Tyroy's playing very back instead of the aggro we saw in Game 2, which apparently didn't work out for him because he got 2 stock.
You want to hide outside of that burst range that Meta Knight has, pretty much the full distance of dash attack. Once you're outside of that, you're safe.
And that's more what I'm used to seeing, is Meta Knight getting hit by something and then just exploding. Because he's a very comboable character and very lightweight as well.
Oh, Tyroy, how far is he going to take this one? Yeah, he had to use his jump pretty early, I believe, so couldn't quite reach the top of the screen, but a lot of damage, and now Skillager's been lapped. Oh, tried to stick a witch time out there, but getting stuffed on startup. What does Skillager have for this offstage situation? Bayo pretty hard to edge guard, but Meta Knight's so devastating when he lands a back air.
There are certain windows where you can go for that, but I don't think he's going to get one this game. But the stale witch time not lasting quite long enough for that up smash to connect. Second life for Skillager in Game 3.
I wonder if he would have been able to hit him from the ground level with up smash. It's a really big fist, but no time to think about that right now. Skillager thinking about how he's going to get back to the stage, and I don't even know if that was Lilat to be real. I think he just ran out of room or distance.
Yeah, I think he might have miscounted. I don't think he miscounted his resources, but just miscalculated exactly the last hops he would have gotten with that jump.
Right.
Tried, as you said, to go as low as you can, as safely as you can, and I would like to call that like a forced error, if anything. Not really necessarily an SD, but just Tyroy put on so much pressure that it just put Skillager in the corner.
Intimidation kill. Absolutely a real thing here in Smash Brothers, where when you're recovering, especially against a character that has great edge guarding tools like Bayonetta, sometimes you're just a little too careful.
But here we go to Game 4. Tyroy has the 2-1 advantage, and he gets counterpicked to Town and City, a place he does like to play on. Both these characters, like you said, enjoy these kinds of lower ceilings, enjoy this platform layout to restart some combos and things of the sort. Already trading blows early here.
Yeah, and of course you just get the KO earlier straight up because of the ceiling. Oh, and Skillager, yeah, going to pop on out of that one too. Tyroy with limited success in roofing his opponents throughout this top 8.
This is what you like to see, though.
Right, yeah, the players are learning how to deal with it. It's not that Tyroy is bad in dropping his combos. It's that there is counterplay to this, even if it's pretty tricky and not entirely reliable. We're seeing a lot of people do it pretty well here.
That's why Tyroy goes for those things like that, that air dodge attempt with the back airs on the side out of the forward throw.
Yeah, just wants to get it done straight up rather than with an extended combo.
Putting pressure on the Meta Knight already, even from the disadvantaged state, because you know that's going to happen if he catches you. 81 after the hit, and Tyroy finds himself down a stock.
I think that may have been the exact first percent that would KO at in that situation. I'm not sure, man. It just looked before her time. I can't believe I'm saying that about Bayonetta.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yeah, man. When you see her get laddered, even though that wasn't quite the ladder combo, sometimes you got to feel it. I'm pressing F.
But good chase on the back end of that. It looked like you were out of there, Skillager, but Tyroy has a couple more tricks up his sleeve in case you were trying to fall out of that downwards and the back air connected.
Gonna pick up a grab here. Oh no, that was immaculate spacing from Tyroy, showing his chops with and against this character, barely outside that maximum dash attack range, and this could be his chance. No!
Ooh. And looking for the return serve here is Meta Knight.
Exactly. Taste of her own medicine for sure if that connected, but now percent so close. Heat is on for Skillager though. He's got to come to Tyroy, and that's not ideal, especially against Bayo. Oh no!
And there it is again. Unfortunately, you whiff the shuttle loop.
Yep.
You pay the ultimate price, and that's mostly why Tyroy doesn't play Meta Knight anymore, is because sometimes that just whiffs, and sometimes you just eat it.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a character whose ladder combo drops half the time and one who doesn't, it might be the choice might be a bit obvious. But of course, Meta Knight.
Maybe I'll play Bayonetta.
Yeah, still a great niche in the metagame though. He's the floaty killer. He's great against the grapplers, and does a lot of stuff off stage. Very bursty movement. I like Meta Knight, man. It's cool.
Definitely, congrats to Skillager on an incredible run.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
no one would have expected from Super Retro Arena, making all the way to 5th place. If you enjoyed his gameplay, do you know where we can see some more Skillager?
New Age GG.
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh, duh. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I was like, it's your thing.
If you're liking what you're seeing, I believe all of these players. I